Hi guys, welcome back to the Heel Project. We are back with our, what is it called? 5 questions go. We have this episode 3 that we filmed in 3 times in a row. Please leave your questions for us down below. Anything wrestling related. We don't care. We just want to know what questions you've got for us, and we'll answer them probably very, very soon because we're running out of questions. Get some more questions in the comments and maybe in the Discord. This one's a hard one because Thub has asked quite a generic question in our Discord. Who should have had a title but didn't? Now, that makes it hard. Who shouldn't have had a title full stop? So I'm assuming that's in WWE. Because obviously it normally is who should have had a world title but didn't.
It is.
Who should have had a title?
Do we think we should maybe change it to world?
Because I think I'll be honest, I'm going to sound like an idiot if we leave it as just any title, because I'm going to say someone that's had a title and then be like, oh yeah.
I think we'll change it to world on the fact that because it'll just be too bloody hard without googling everybody.
Yeah, I don't know who's not held belts, to be honest. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yep. Because obviously, I know Pete's one.
Go on, Pete. You could say Jake.
Go on, Pete.
Yeah, like we all know it's coming.
No, not world title. I wouldn't have had Jake have a world title. That's the thing. Maybe a mid card.
What's going on your house there, Pete? Bloody hell.
Okay. Yeah, Pete.
That was my bike.
Your bike.
I tell you,
That's not a nice name to call
I
it.
tell you, they missed a trick with. I think not having a world title, because he could have gone on a mental long streak, and that would have been Andre. Because at the time, who could have beat Andre?
I mean, technically, Andre was the champion.
Yeah.
It's never been out in the record books, has it? Because it got wiped from that record books at the time.
Yeah. And what do we think, comments? What do we think?
If you look on the actual history of WWE world title, Andre's not on that list.
But Andre did win that belt.
No, he got given it for a day, and then got stripped and wiped from the.
He won the belt and then tried to sell it.
Yeah. That got wiped, didn't it?
But
it got wiped from the records. It got wiped from records.
But he won the belt.
No, he didn't. It didn't get wiped. Like, he won the belt. He was the champion. He vacated the belt by trying to give it to Mr. Perfect, and Mr. Perfect's reign is wiped because not Mr. Perfect. No,
it was Million Dollar Man.
DiBiase. That reign got wiped because obviously he handed the belt to him. But like, Andre legitimately won the belt. Like, you can't just say that never happened. No.
Well, I will go then for someone else who should have won it, but just Vince weren't going to hand it over to him, and I thought he would have done really well with it. Someone like Dusty. Dusty Rhodes, but Vince would never have handed it over.
I think Dusty was too far by his prime.
Yeah.
The period that you're talking there.
Mine's
not
really in question, really. I've been trying to think of other people for the last minute or two. I just can't think of anybody else past William Regal.
Regal is the shout for that, really.
I think so.
The shout. I'm going to go with quite a controversial one.
Go on, then.
And especially considering how he is now.
Go on, then.
I don't think anybody else would say this, and this is purely based on his work when he first came in, not based on his whatever he is now. Okay, so let's just clarify that.
Okay, I think I've got a feeling you might go.
Ryback.
Oh, that's not who I thought you were going to go for.
Legitimately,
why?
Like, he was a credible threat to the title when he first came in.
Yes.
He had that match with Cena, I believe it was.
Right.
And he probably should have won it. Like, another person that I could probably put on that list as well that's also from that sort of era would be Wade Barrett.
With not another Englishman.
Because Wade Barrett with the whole Nexus thing, the Nexus obviously got squashed by Cena before Punk came in and took the new Nexus, and then we got Ryback. So it's all kind of tied in.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be for me.
It wouldn't be
for me.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like him either.
I understand some of the logic.
Just clarify.
Some of the
I
logic.
don't like him. I just think that he probably should have had the title at that time.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Kishi would have been a shout.
Kishi would have been
Kishi's definitely a good shout.
Favourite match in history and why? That was from Titch. It's a solid one.
It's a very, very hard question.
There is some beastly questions in this, by the way.
I'm gonna go a goal score again with this one. And it was my favourite match. And as a kid, you don't look at the stuff you look at now and thinking, how bad was that? At the time, when I was a kid, it was magical.
Right.
And I think mainly because of the crowd.
I've got my answer.
It was the blindfold match between Jake Roberts and Rick Martel. The crowd, literally, they done the whole gimmick of Triple H done years later, where they were pointing around the ring and the crowd got involved and the crowd were giving him direction. I thought it was absolutely amazing as a kid.
Fair enough.
As a kid, I thought that was...
That's your favourite match throughout history, though.
Yeah, you preferred that to Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle at Mania.
Pete, I'm going to advise you to change your answer to maybe a different one. There's a reason.
It's one
There's
that
a
I always
reason.
remember.
Just maybe think of
Okay.
another one that is your favourite match.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
That's not for
Do you know what? Favourite
kids.
match. Favourite match. It means it's gave him a personal feeling of like warmth and remembrance from that match. So do you know what? I'll give you that. I understand why you've gone for it.
I would maybe advise a slight change.
You've got a personal connection and emotion to
Yes,
it.
Right, I
that's
will think of
because
one then.
that's why I'm saying he possibly should change it.
Alright, then. I will think of one. Go on, you two pick one.
All
I'll
right.
think of one.
So mine would be the first match I watched. Again, I said it on the last episode. The Hell in a Cell King of the Ring. Taker versus Mankind.
Oh, mine's
my-
not even
it's my
close.
favourite.
Like, I know exactly what my favourite match of all time is.
I bet yours
And the
is
only match-
Michael's Taker. One of them.
Nope.
No. Kane's
No, not even
debut.
close. Not even close.
I don't know.
Nope. So
You're
there
going to say
are.
what I'm thinking of.
There's one match that's close to it, and I mean, and literally only one. So I'm going to go TLC 2 from WrestleMania 17.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
I'd say
only
that.
the only match that comes close to that for me is The Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy for the Undisputed Championship on Raw in a ladder match, because that match was absolutely spot on.
Magnifique.
One of the greatest the best television match ever.
Okay.
Full stop.
Do you know what? I know what you're going to go with that other question, so I'm going to stick with my answer, and I've got another one for that next
Okay.
question.
All right. Fine. He's gonna stick with what you got because
I've just
the
thought of
next
one.
question was which match were you most emotionally involved in? That's why I was advising him to change.
And
I thought of mine.
100% know my answer to this one. Go on.
And I remember it was one of the most feel-good moments I've ever seen in a match. And it was when Eddie beat Brock and then jumped into that crowd. That was just absolutely amazing when he
Yeah.
done that.
Fair. I wanted Brock to win.
But Eddie beating Brock was absolutely magical then. And I popped a lot when he beat
So
him.
sorry that this question was asked by Thub, by the way, in the Discord. I'm struggling to think about what one I was mostly involved in, like continuously through the match. But the one that I definitely was emotionally involved in for the first sort of 10 minutes the most was the Hardys' return at Mania.
Oh, at Mania 30.
Yeah, I
was
just
it?
don't know whether I was emotionally involved for the entire match, if you know what I mean. I was definitely emotionally involved for maybe the first part of
Oh,
the match.
the entrance part.
And
of it
the
as
start of it, it was so good to see them back. Oh, I love a rumble. It doesn't really matter. Like, emotionally, I'm
It's
always
not
more
an
involved in a
emotional one, is it?
rumble. Like 9 times out of 10,
Right.
I'm really connected to a rumble.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to take you back to 2001.
Go on, Em.
And we're going to look at Winner Takes All Survivor Series. So I was never a fan, or never really watched WCW or ECW. I was always a WWF guy or WWE guy.
Yeah.
It was always my thing. So the thought of these other companies coming in and they were going to take over and wrestling was going to shut down and ruin wrestling forever, it really got to me at the time. Like I was like, fuck, like this is a big deal. Like, you know, my favourites could be gone. That I remember being really, really invested in that whole storyline. The Invasion pay-per-view, the Survivor Series pay-per-view, that whole angle from WrestleMania 17 for the next couple of months afterwards, or for the next year afterwards, really. I was invested in the whole thing, and I think that was one of the greatest times in wrestling, in my opinion. And I know people shit all over the Invasion stuff.
I thought it was
Like,
great.
oh, you
angle.
didn't bring in the big stars, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And you
Each
know
to
what?
their
I'm
own.
just like, I fucking loved it. Absolutely loved
That's
it,
what-
regardless.
That is why it's an
One I've
opinion,
got-
isn't it? That's why we're doing this series is so people can get our
Yeah.
opinions.
But yeah,
think the only one
that
time-
is the time that I was most emotionally invested in wrestling.
That's
I think the
fair.
only other one that come close to me was HBK's return when he won the title. When he beat Triple H.
2004, I believe that was, wasn't it?
It was when the whole feud coming back, yeah.
SummerSlam.
I was
that was mental.
I was very emotionally involved when I thought that Shawn Michaels had finally retired Ric Flair. That I felt good. I felt good at that point. But what was Vince McMahon's greatest achievement? Asked by Phil.
We're still here talking about wrestling.
I think so. This is for me like either he. I think without Vince, to certainly the degree it's at, there would be the wrestling wouldn't even be close to this. Like I don't think wrestling would be on a world scale.
Yeah.
I think
people
don't get me wrong. I think
Vince.
it probably could be still probably national level, probably enough for it to be a full-time job for some people, but not to the scale that it's on now.
Yeah, Vince took it to the global market. He took it to the worldwide just extravaganza.
Every corner of the globe.
I think without Vince, wrestling wouldn't be wrestling.
Well, that's it.
We wouldn't be doing this podcast. We wouldn't.
Yeah, I was about to say we wouldn't be
here
sitting
for
talking about this now.
Like I think that's Vince's legacy, and I know there's many people out there that just hate Vince or will bag on him no matter what. I think the guy's an absolute legend for what he's done. You know, I couldn't think of a way that I could possibly thank him enough for all the years of enjoyment that I've had out of wrestling, and I genuinely love wrestling. And I think that's all down to him.
Yeah, so it's what it is, and it's the going global, isn't it? It's the going global. There's polar bears in Antarctica with Goldberg shirts. I'm sure you know, like it's that level of like he has taken it ridiculously global.
Yeah.
Pete, anything else you'd say on that?
Yeah, no, I think that's about it. It's not just WWE, though, it's every company, because without Vince making it this big on this company, the others wouldn't be around.
Oh yeah, they're all feeding off him. They're all feeding off that market. It's that market wouldn't exist without it. So yeah, it's
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole industry really is Vince carrying it through many years.
Yeah. Well, that was question 4. We haven't actually got a question 5. We've got an odd number this week. So what I'm going to ask you both is a question. I get to ask a question.
More questions in Discord.
Yeah. More questions, comments, Discord, wherever. We'll find them and compile them. But I'm going to ask you guys a question. What is, since we've become friends, so before this TL project this is as well, what is your favourite wrestling match that you've watched with us together? Or at least 2 of us together?
That's a difficult one.
Favourite?
So we're talking like the last, 4 years or so? 5 years? However long it is, I don't know.
That we've watched together as well.
I think so, yeah. So it either needs to be sort of at a watch-along event over the one we did at
for
Slam.
our stuff. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Or our stuff, or live at Cardiff. Anything. What is your 2 favourite matches that we've watched?
I can't say anything at Clash was my favourite.
No, that's fair.
Like, it was alright, but it wasn't favourite.
Probably the best pay-per-view of the year at that point, wasn't it? Some of the matches were, anyway.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
It was alright, yeah. I'm going to go with the Hell in a Cell, Cody versus Seth as one.
Okay, yeah.
Sitting watching that with you two, like seeing him take that jacket off and the bruise and everything,
Yeah.
that was
Yep.
unreal. So that'd be one. Like my second would obviously be the Brock Rumble, but I can't pick that because you guys weren't there. I went.
No, we weren't part of it, were we? But yeah, no, I absolutely get why that was. That's yeah. Jailhouse is the word.
Second match. All right, let you two pick one first because I'll look for my second one afterwards.
All right. I'm gonna go, and it's weird because it's not because of the match itself. It's the emotional attachment. It's the whole ending to the last WrestleMania we watched with Pat McAfee against Theory and then Vince. I've never had such a weirder like what the fuck is happening moment with you guys, and I really enjoyed it from the second that Pat came out with his cheerleaders. Like
It was good.
That was
It was good. was very, very good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Pete?
I think
I've
the
got
one
my- I've
that
got
will
my second.
always stick around is... I don't know if it's Logan's debut for me.
It's sad, but I had Logan involved. I had Logan in my head.
Logan, I was thinking of Logan's debut with the Miz, and it was like, do you know what?
So much contrast between the whole
we
match.
were so invested into that, and I don't know how I was going to feel before the match. By the end of it, it was just like, what has just happened? It's been amazing.
I get that. I get that one because it was the whole Link not thinking it was going to be a shit show. They thought that that Logan was here just for a payday, that he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Well,
and we were like, I
kind
reckon he'll be able to do something.
didn't know what to expect.
And then he just blew us away. It was like, okay, right, okay, he's not here just for a payday. He can actually do something. But there were so many emotions on that match. I get that one. I get your reasons.
Pat was better.
Hey,
Pat was better.
Pat, yeah. All round, yeah.
Go on, I'll let you two. We'll reverse the order and go Pete, Dan, me last then on this one.
Oh, great! It took me long enough to think of the last
Oh,
one.
right, so we go. We're thinking of the second one. Not the Rumble we did last year. The Rumble we did this year wasn't so bad. Rumble last year
The Rumble we did the year before.
was a shit show,
The
man.
one where I was really
Fucking
drunk.
shit
Is
show.
that the one you're on
Yeah,
about?
absolute shit show.
Yeah. I had some serious alcohol issues. like that whole January was pretty bad. Let's be honest.
So it was last January.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Hold on.
Let's just avoid Christmas.
Yeah.
Is it since we're doing this, or since we've known each other and we've all been in the same room?
We could do that one. Are you going to say Bray Wyatt debut, aren't you?
I'm going to say Bray Finn.
Okay.
Because I remember that moment looking around at the pair of you going, what the hell is going on? Because the whole place just went silent and we were so invested.
I'm going to say
in
something.
that.
I wasn't actually there. You on about SummerSlam?
What?
Yeah,
Weren't you there for
Me and
that?
Jimbo
left.
gone home. We
Oh,
were
he
hanging
left.
out of our asses. To be honest, I think Jimbo needed somebody to walk home with him because I think he might have.
Pooped in a bush if you didn't.
Yeah, there was issues. Let's just
Right.
say, bless him.
That match was fucking unreal there, I must say. Like that entrance, just the entrance.
I watched it
Shivers.
after. I watched it the next one. Oh my god, yeah. Do you know what? I know Pete wasn't there this year, but I really, really enjoyed first 2 days of Wrestle Kingdom.
Fair play. That is
Yeah.
not what I expected
Yeah.
to call. Wrestle Kingdom was really good.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Go on, then, Link.
I mean, okay, so we're looking at emotional, and I think this has been quite an emotional one when you think about it. Like, a lot of these
Yeah.
questions have been very sort of like...
This is more deep. This is less arsey, more party.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the shit that literally brought me to tears. Like, his Taker's retirement. Like, his last match and everything around that build. Like, it was... Yeah, that was good. It was powerful. Like, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me and Pete felt awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah, it felt that awkwardness, wouldn't it, Pete?
Fuck you.
I just remember it.
Yeah. That was it. That was episode 3 of 5 Questions Go. Please, could you leave any more questions you have in the comments on Discord? Make sure they're there. We need more. We're going to run out. We have run out, in fact. So yeah, anything that you sort of maybe put in this video, there's a bloody good chance that you're going to be in the next episode. Unless there was plenty on the first 2 episodes. In which case, well done you guys. And yeah, thank you very much. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.
See ya.
You still here?
Once Link's had a sleep.
Link's asleep again. What a shock.